Welcome to homework.
In the first part of this question, we are asked why an acid-base reaction will generally proceed in the net direction in which a weaker acid and a weaker base is formed, starting from a stronger acid and a stronger base. So I'll just write down the statement. A stronger acid and a stronger base will generally form a weaker base and a weaker acid in this direction. This is the preferred direction for the net reaction. So this is true because out of the two acids, the stronger acid and the weaker acid, the stronger acid is most likely, or let's say the stronger acid will definitely undergo dissociation to a greater extent. So this is much more likely with the strong acid, which I'm going to name SA, compared to weak acid. Let's say HB is a weaker acid compared to HA. And it's true that a weaker acid, which I'm going to denote WA here, will undergo dissociation to a smaller extent compared to the stronger acid. And this is also true for bases, which means that a stronger base will always accept a proton more readily compared to a weaker base and get converted to its conjugate acid. For that reason, the strong acid and the strong base don't stay the way they are, but instead they react together and proceed in the forward direction to form the weaker acid and the weaker base. That's why the reaction is favored in that direction. Okay, let's try to answer the second part of the question. In the second part of the question, we are told about a mixture of two conjugate acid-base pairs, HA and its conjugate base A minus, and HB and its conjugate base B minus. In the diagram, we can see that there are more green spheres that are free from a hydrogen compared to the number of red spheres that don't have a hydrogen attached to it. So we have, when it comes to these, we have 5 out of 7 B minus ions, and we only have 2 out of 7 A minus ions, which means that HB is more likely to dissociate and form B. And so that is basically telling us that HB is the stronger acid because it will undergo dissociation to a greater extent. So HB is the stronger acid compared to HA.